Why I'm always thirsty? Hey guys, today we are going to listen about the same topic, that why I'm always thirsty. So before that, you should do that what are the types of thirst. Basically, before pinpointing the reason behind your thirst, it's important to know whether you are dealing with excessive thirst so that your doctor may call it polydipsia or dry mouth, or you have both. So how it is guys, this will help your doctor to narrow it down. So whether what complaints you're dealing with, he has to manage properly and give the proper treatment. So let's jump on the first thing, that is polydipsia. Where the thing is like you're feeling more thirsty. So it is the feeling that you need to drink lot of fluid. So this is from your brain axis. They send the signal that you need water, so you feel you're getting thirsty. So drinking more doesn't make the feeling of thirsty go away. So dry mouth can also go along with this feeling of extreme thirst. So this you have to observe yourself. Second thing is dry mouth. So dry mouth happens when your salivary glands are putting enough saliva to wet your mouth properly. You know guys, there are salivary glands in your mouth. Because of that, your mouth needs to stay wet. If it is not wet, there is the flourishing of the bacteria, and that can create halitosis. That is nothing but smelling from your mouth. So this can make your mouth, throat and tongue feel sticky and dry, and it can also give you chapped lips and trouble swallowing. So dry mouth can be both a cause and also a symptom of thirst. Then comes as diabetes. So you know that diabetes is nothing but a maintaining disorder, and if you have a genetic history, so diabetes can run in your body too if stress comes. So one of the most common causes of excessive thirst is having too much sugar in your blood. So this is the most reason. And when your kidney gets maxed out from this filtering sugar, means whatever you're putting into your body, if the kidneys are dealing with diabetes, so the filtering paper. So guys, remember, you have a filter at your home, AquaGuard. So the water which comes from the tap water is getting filtered and you get a fresh water. That depends on the TDS of the water. How much the TDS is high, that much the filtering requires. So at the end of the month or at the end of the 2 weeks, when you wash the filter, you find that there are the many clogs, mud and all collection is present. So this is nothing but same happens in our body. So if there is a diabetes, which is the underlying condition, so the filtering of the kidney gets hampered, and because of that, if there is excess of anything in the body, or if it is the normal thing, that also requires much efforts for the kidney to overflow them or take it out. So this makes you pee more and your body dehydrates, and this makes you thirsty. So thirst is the typical first symptom of diabetes. So you most of the time find that people who have diabetes, they crave for thirst. So they have more thirst, so they crave for water. Then comes the cystic fibrosis. So it can affect not only your respiratory system. This is one of the other thing which is affecting your respiratory muscles, that is breathing muscles, lungs. So also it can happen to your GI tract, that is nothing but gastrointestinal tract, which we called as a food pipe in common layman term. So it can cause the same symptom as high blood sugar like excessive thirst. And other symptoms mostly of cystic fibrosis includes is like constipation, that is your bowel habits is not proper, you have hard stools, then not being able to gain weight, there will be no weight gain, large oily bowel movements could be, and poor growth. So these are the symptoms of cystic fibrosis which you have to notice in yourself and deliver to your doctor during the case taking. Then comes anemia. So anemia is another thing when your body doesn't have enough red blood cells. See, if a medical student is listening to the podcast, remember we have the main basic components in the blood, that is RBC, WBC and platelets. Okay? And plasma is the base of the thing. So this in anemia, red blood cells are the common where the blood is getting stored, the hemoglobin is getting stored, because of which the iron content in the blood gives a red color. Okay, if you are reading physiology, you would understand it. So either because too many are being destroyed or lost, or because not enough are being made. So that can create anemia. Okay, so excessive thirst is a rare symptom of it, and along with more common symptoms like there could be shortness of breath, fatigue, feeling dizzy or faint. There is rapid pulse when you touch to your wrist area with the 3 fingers, that is index and the another 2 fingers. So you'll feel there is a thready pulse. And the muscle cramps means whenever at night you're sleeping, in the calf muscle you'll get sudden cramps. So these are the symptoms of anemia. Then comes is the Cushing syndrome. So it happens when your body has too much of hormone cortisol. Okay? So remember, cortisol. You go on YouTube, search the House of Health Research and Children's Doctor. This is my channel where I do videos on the health related topics that I have done on the cortisol too. So you can go and you can see how the cortisol gets triggered in your body. For example, stress can increase the levels of cortisols, and when it is a time when the cortisol is increased, and what is the relation of the exercise. So go and check it. Yeah, it was no any publicity of the channel. I thought to share. So feeling thirsty can be a sign of it, which is nothing but Cushing syndrome. So you would likely also have other symptoms like round face, fatty hump between your shoulders, purple streaks on your skin, and weight gain. Then comes this Sjogren syndrome. So dry mouth is one of the primary symptoms of this autoimmune disease, and it's marked by dryness in the mouth, eyes, and other places in the body. Along with this dry feeling, you are likely to have joint pain and overall fatigue. So Sjogren syndrome is nothing but dryness. This is an autoimmune disease where the body makes the it harms your own body by creating those cells. Such Sjogren syndrome happens. Then comes as a pregnancy. So this is a physiological change in every woman's body. So we need extra blood to support the fetus. So when you're pregnant, this makes you head to bathroom more. So this can cause dehydration, and your thirst may be a sign you need to bump up the amount of water you drink while supporting your bump. So it can also be a sign of gestational diabetes. So check it with your doctor to be sure all's well with your blood sugar. So for that also I have done a proper video on GTT, that is glucose tolerance test, which is done to detect the gestational diabetes. So you can go and check on the YouTube. Thank you. Then comes the habits of us, that is smoking. So tobacco can affect how much saliva your body makes. So this can lead to dry mouth and the feeling of thirst. And smoking can also make your saliva thicker and less wetty for your mouth. Remember the nicotine content in the cigarette, that is doing all these things. So quit smoking. This is the reason which could help your body. Then the thing comes is dehydration. So simply put, like you might be thirsty because you're losing your more fluids than you're taking in. So that could be through vomiting, diarrhea, sweating a lot, or not drinking enough water can cause it. So dehydration can also make you dizzy and lightheaded and turn your pee dark. So observe your body. Observe the symptoms which your body is saying, speaking out to you. Try to hear it. And if you're feeling all these things are related to the disease or the topics which I have shared in this podcast, try to consult your doctor, try to observe yourself and get it treated soon. So I hope this podcast would help you and get to know why I'm getting thirsty so much. So thank you for staying tuned. I hope you'll check the other podcast too, and I hope you have enjoyed it. So think healthy, eat healthy, and love each other. Bye-bye.